All right, tier list time. Let's go. This is for May 2024. We got some interesting stuff. Of course, I went ahead and checked to see what other people were putting on their tier list, and no surprise, I disagree with the placement. Maybe it is I who was wrong. Maybe it is everyone else who is wrong. But let's see if you agree or disagree with me down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know. And we're going to go ahead and start off with Flunderies. So Flunderies is okay. The reason why Flunderies is okay at this point in time is Flunder Flunder is kind of like a playable anti-meta deck at the moment for the meta. It's definitely not the best choice you can have, but I feel like it is a little bit better than playable at this point. It might get moved down. We'll see. Uh, Despia, we're gonna kind of ignore placing this because the only Despia you're going to see is like the Jester for the engine. No one's actually playing like the archetype anymore. Golden Boy is playable. I don't know why you would play Eldritch right now. I have seen it in my climb to Diamond, and eh. Next we have Aliens. Aliens are going to be in the please no category because they're just not going to do it. They're not going to cut the mustard. Um, Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon's playable. Ancient Warriors. Like the bottom of the barrel. Like I would even rather play Six Samurais. I'm gonna put Ancient Warriors in please no. They're above Aliens, of course. Aliens are way worse. Exodia at this point, because Runic is finally dead, yes, you can play Solitaire Exodia. I almost never see Runic or Runic Stun anymore. The amount of games you would run into them is kind of like inconsequential. So Exodia can finally creep into the playable category. Um, good luck, good luck with that if you are trying to play it in this format. Branded, Branded's still great. Branded Chimera is decent as well. I think I put Chimera in here for this list. If you're gonna run them, you have to run them together. Otherwise, if it's pure Chimera, it's gonna be probably in the okay category, a little bit better than Flu. But if it's Branded Chimera, it's kind of creeping up to the ass end of the great category. Blackwings. You play Blackwings right now. I'd play them over Flu. Um, Endymion. I'm actually going to put Endymion up a little bit higher. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if Endymion goes first, Endymion can set up just so many negates and can make your life miserable. So in this format, I think it's okay. Blue Eyes, that's into playable. Bujin, let's not play Bujin. Altergeist just got some stuff. I'm still gonna put him in okay. I actually think I'd rather run Flu over Altergeist at this point, honestly. Um, DDD can make a good negate board, but the problem is with the amount of hand traps people are running, getting to that board is going to be hard now. In the past, I'd put DDD in like the great decks or the B tier of the decks because you can make a great board. But at this point in time, I'm actually going to put DDD in okay because I actually rather run everything above it except for Chimera. I think I'd rather run DDD over Chimera, but I feel like Chimera branded is just more powerful than DDD at this point is. Fire Kings. So Fire Kings do not have the support yet that they have in the TCG. We have not gotten it at the time of recording this video. If we do get the support, Fire King Snake Eye is going to be best deck. If we don't get the support, Fire Kings are still going to be in please no. They don't have the juice right now. My boy Gate Guardian, I'm actually going to put him under Blue Eyes. Yeah, you can play it, but in this format, it's really, really bad. He might get bumped down to please no. It's just, it And TC Boo only being at 1, there can only be one. It pretty much carried this deck when I played it, so it's playable, asked into playable, maybe into please no category. I'm actually gonna put ABC ahead of it. You could play ABC at this point. Uh, Dark Lords I'm gonna put at the king of please no tier, and that's because the deck is just not enough right now. It just really isn't. Dynamorphia, it's okay. I actually rather play Altergeist than Dynamorphia and use like the bounce combo with it. It also just feels like I win against Dynamorphia too easily, regardless of what I'm playing. Gem Knight FTK, it's another solitaire situation, but I feel like it's even more inconsistent than Exodia. I'll put it there and please no. I'm gonna ignore Fairy Tail because no one really runs the Fairy Tail deck anymore. It's like irrelevant with like the Luna Kaiju type Dio, Luna Kaiju, Master of Beast or whatever he's called. Emancipator, pretty dead, but I would still play it over Gate. Adventure Good Stuff. I'm seeing a lot of people playing this. It's mildly annoying with the stuff I got back on the list. If I'm going to be fair to Dynamorphia and put Dynamorphia in okay, I feel like the Adventure Engine has to be in okay. Heroes. I'm going to put Heroes right there. And a lot of people are going to be like, you're crazy. This is one of the things I actually agree with Master Duel Meta on, because I think they put Heroes in like tier 3 or whatever. Let's actually take a look. I have them in the other tab. Yeah, they put Heroes on tier 3 at that butt end of tier 3. I feel like Heroes belong on the butt end of tier 3. Or in my case, the higher end of tier 3. Just because Darklaw is a really good card. And if you can establish Darklaw against a Snake Eyes player, you're going to have an pretty easy time. Put Rocket Link right there. I'm actually going to put DDD ahead of them. I feel like DDD can make the better board at this point. I feel like Rocket Link's actually easier to interrupt with hand traps at this point. I could be wrong, but I'm going to put DDD above Rocket. I'm actually going to put Flu above Rocket because honestly, I'd rather play Flu than Rocket at this point. And when I say Rocket, I'm referring to like Dragon Link as a whole because right now they're basically using the Rocket engine from the few decks I've seen. Even worse than Aliens, we have Arcana Force in the Please No tier. Followed up by Nordics, followed up by Ancient Gear. And with the Ancient Gear support and stuff that they're getting in the future, it might be better, but I'm actually... Oops. There we go. Well, that's saved. And this is why I have an account with Fearless Maker. I'm actually going to tab back to that. Okay, cool. It just shows my first name. Y'all can know that I'm named Vincent. I don't care about that. Most of my guests on here have called me Vince in past videos anyway. That's out the door. A Romage. No. Deck is so bad. It's not that level of bad, but it's bad. Math Mech, Circular, Salamangreat, and all the sort of Cyverse and friends I think are going to be our king of playable tier. I might bump them up to Ascent of OK by this. Fluffle, the only thing you'll see is the Riper Patchwork card to add Chimera Fusion, not Chimera Fusion, to add Poly and Edgimp to hand in Chimera decks. You're not going to see anyone actually playing this. Danger Dark World. Danger Dark World and Danger Dark World Skill Drain and Friends. Playable. Infernoids. I'm gonna put him at the butt end of playable. You could, but the deck is just, it doesn't have the juice. PK, I'm actually gonna put in the playable tier. I've seen decent enough PK decks. I haven't lost to any yet, but I've seen decent enough PK decks in mid to high plat as I've been ranking up to diamond that have been decent enough to where I feel like there is representation for the deck and you might actually see it. My boy Inzectors, they're still in the please no. Um, Evil Heroes, those are definitely a thing that you shouldn't be playing. Scythelock. Scythelock is definitely good. You're going to see Scythelock a lot right now. I'm not going to rank artifacts as their own thing because I haven't seen that deck in a bajillion years, but keep in mind you'll see Scythe occasionally. Scythe's a good card right now. Machine Box Turbo. I'm going to put Infernoids there. That can be there. I'm actually going to bump Noids down. Goki. The deck has just been dead for a long time, but it's not like the worst no-name deck you could play. Gladiator Beast, however, I even rather play Evil Heroes before that. Menju Banish is pretty much dead right now. I saw someone trying to play it, and I encountered like 1 out of 60 matches, so I'm going to say the deck's pretty much dead. Infernity can go next to Infernoids. The deck has good combos, and no one's going to play it because it's too easy to interrupt. Gold Pride Punk. Definitely playable. I'm actually going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do that. Gravekeepers. Necro Alley's a good card, but other than that, they don't really have anything going for them right now. Ice Jade, it's playable. It's annoying with the big ass bots monster. The Ice Jade people were right. It's just like the deck is still not very consistent. I think I'll put it behind Golden Boy. Chainburn, I've actually seen represented a lot, and I feel like you can play Chainburn at this point because you don't have to worry about a lot of your combo pieces being banished. But at this point, I'd rather play Exodia than Chainburn, so I'm going to put Chainburn kind of like the button to playable. Evil Heroes, the only thing you would really realistically go in, not Evil Heroes, Destiny Heroes, would be to pump out Darklaw and the one that pops 2 cards. Like, realistically, no one's going to be running, like, pure D heroes at this point. I feel like pure D heroes could probably clobber anything below it, because, like, if I was playing against Noid or Infernity, it's like, oh, I'll go into Darklaw. Or Inzectors, you know, Darklaw. Darklaw pretty much kills most of the decks below it. We're not going to rank pure Rose, because no one plays that anymore. Buster Blader is going to go in the no. Evil Eye. Evil Eye with Unchained is decent enough right now with the new stuff. I actually do feel like I'm going to put Evil Eye up here and playable. The meta has really shifted, and with this past format and this past pack, there are a lot of old decks that were just absolutely unusable, and now you can kind of splash them in with things like the new Unchained engine, and they're actually like able to be played. I don't think they're gonna make waves, but they're playable. Also, let me know if you like or hate the new webcam. It's supposed to be better than my other webcam, but I've just been having some problems with it. So comment down below if you think it makes me look weird compared to the other one. I want your opinions. Dark Magician, no. Crystal Beast, absolutely not. We already covered Danger Dark World. Exo Sister is an okay deck. I know people are going to be like, you're putting it too high. I feel like this is more an anti-meta deck in the current meta. And with so many Snake Eyes players being out there, I honestly rather run Exo Sister than Dynamorphia or the Adventure Engine. In fact, I'd go as far to say as I'd rather run Exo Sister than Dragon Link in this format. And I've seen quite a few of them, and they have been hard to play around. And I've actually lost to one of them, and not this ranked season, but at the tail end of the last ranked season, around like April 25th to 28th. I lost to an Exo Sister deck playing full power Snake Eyes. They just had the goods, and the deck just being able to spot banish and stuff like that. It's good against things like the huge Snake Eyes Dragon and stuff like that. It's just decent anti-meta at this point. Evil Swarm. I would love to see someone make a functioning Evil Swarm deck. And I love the fact that Evil Swarm can lock you out of making like the big fusions and branded and making any of the bear monsters in Snake Eyes, like the big dragon, but the deck is not good. I would say it's better than Crystal Beast or Boojins, but Dragon Maid or Branded Dragon Maid, the deck is just not have the juice right now. I'm gonna say it's playable. I honestly rather run Exodia than it. I do think it's better than Exodia in this format, so I'm gonna put it ahead. But if I had to pick between the two, I'm playing Exodia Solitaire. Let's go. We already covered Dinos pretty much. They'd be up with like Dynamorphia depending on the variant. Dinos being able to flip everything face down is pretty decent. Other than that, eh. Some of the Crusadia variants, I'm seeing a lot of them lately. Or whatever it's called. Ecclesia, that's what it is. Not Crusadia, Ecclesia. Sorry, my dog was barking. I was like, what? I honestly rather play them over like Ice Jade at this point and playable. Just because they got some good stuff going for them. You can mix them with other engines. Galaxy. I've seen Galaxy Eye players recently in Diamond, like in last season, right before this new season. I don't know how they got there because the deck is still bad. Pure Ice Barrier is pretty bad. What's it called? At Ignister. It's a great deck. And people are going to be like, you're putting it too high. Here's why I'm not putting it too high. If they make a 4,000 or 5,000 attack unaffected monster that you can't run over with Snake Eyes, and that your only option is to like link it away with Goddess of the Closed World or whatever, what are you going to do? If you're not running Kaijus and you're not running Goddess, how are you going to remove it? And they can consistently make that dude very easily, even with the amount of hand traps being run right now. So I'm going to say that it deserves to be in the great category. Y'all can call me nutty for it, but that's my reasoning. I've been seeing Chimera Fusion invoked. I like the deck and it's fun, but I personally wouldn't run it on the ladder right now. I'm going to put it in the no category. I might try it again and see if I can come up with something. If I do, I'll probably do a deck profile for it. Labyrinth's great right now. Like, what did they put it as over here? They put Labyrinth as the king of tier 3. I think Labyrinth's actually like a solid tier 2. I'm actually going to say Labyrinth is probably one of the best decks of the format right now. Not the best deck, but it's pretty good. For hire is bad right now. I'll put it next to Inzector. Cash is back. Even though it's not like super good, I do see some pure cash decks And Cash is basically like anti-meta at this point because just the banishing and stuff. I'm gonna put Cash up here and okay. Drytron Herald. Put right there. Kaiju Shenanigan decks. We already touched that no one really runs this anymore, so I'm not gonna rank it. Cosmo. I actually would like to play Cosmo in this format. I'm sad I dismantled the deck. I might make it again. I feel like Cosmo is actually playable, and the fact that it's unable to be targeted, like Dark Strike can be targeted and stuff, they would probably have to crash something into it or remove it with a Link monster that doesn't target. I feel like it's playable at this point, but on the flip side of that, people are running so many hand traps that good luck trying to get some of them off, you know? We already covered Circular and Friends with the other icon. Where did I put them? Where are they? Why can't I find them? Oh, it's right up there. There we go. Magispectors still don't have support. Still too clunky. Even after they get their new stuff, they're still going to be pretty clunky. I'm actually going to put them behind GK. Naturia is pretty much dead right now. You can play Nemalaria. I proved that when I ran it on the ladder. You can play it. Mutants. Yeah, that's bad. I'm actually gonna put Galaxy Eyes over Mutant, and I'd rather play Galaxy Eyes. Let me play Photons before I play Mutants. Lunalight Try. And when I put this on Reddit for the last list, someone's like, I'm Diamond with Lunalight Try. You're probably a very good pilot. Not everyone is that good with the deck. But if you're gonna play Lunalight Tri Brigade or like Lunalight Zoo or like Lunalight something at this point, it can be unplayable. It can be in like what I consider like tier 4, like yeah, it's rogue. The Shizu stuff's not really a thing anymore. Ballpark. Good luck playing Ballpark in this meta. Still rather play it over Naturia. Muskets. Good luck playing Muskets in this meta. Generator, whatever you want to call it. Playable. Crawlers. I wish I could play crawlers. I really do. But Dolce, I've actually encountered this quite a bit recently. We'll put it there and playable. Lyric Tri. Lyric Zoo Tri Brigade. Kind of up there with Lunalight. It's okay. I saw Lyric Tri Zoo. I didn't lose to it, but it was cool. Manadium, definitely in the tier 2 category. It's solid attack right now. Hate playing against it too. Covered. Ghost Tricks. Yeah, Ghost Tricks go there. Zombie variants are playable right now, but they're not super good. I think I'll put them at the butt end. But if you like, Zombie World's a card. It can lock people out of things, but I just don't see it doing itself any favors in this meta. Going first, Marinsis is still playable. I'll put it like there in tier 3, because if you go first and you basically just make like, I'm gonna negate everything, if you make like the 5 negates and your opponent doesn't have the kaiju for it, good luck. Alright, covered zombies. Melpy. Put Melfi under Photons. I love the deck. It's just not it for me. Waterlock. It's playable. It's basically, just another attribute lock deck. Novellas. It's not right now. Numeron. Put Numeron there. It's in the middle. Min Conco is definitely better, which brings us to Min Conco. I'll put it there. Sky Striker. You could play Striker right now. If I'm gonna say you could play Blue Eyes, you could definitely play Striker. Striker is probably here in my opinion. It's still very fun. I like the deck. Nurse Burn, realistically, if you're gonna play Nurse Burn, you should just be playing Chain Burn instead. Chain Burn is much easier to pull off in my opinion. Metal Foe is bad right now. Monarch is bad right now. Paleo is bad right now. Honestly, I'd rather an Ophion than Paleo at this point. Ogotic. Underdark Magician. They have the Cosmic Slicer, Golgar, Softlock. Or whatever his name is. I'm just know he's the Slicer. Orchist. Yeah, it's playable. With the changes, it's playable. Spiral, definitely in the please no. Plunder Patrol, please no. Prank Kids. Punk, we already covered where I would put Gold Pride Punk. I'll just put them together. Hurley, welcome back. The support has helped the deck. You will see it again. Runic is really bad, and you could play it with stun at this point, so I'll put it where I would put the other stun deck. Sprite. Deck's basically dead. Rika. Playable. Ugh. Rescue Ace. That is one of the best decks of the format. You know what the other best deck of the format is? Gonna be Snake Eyes. And you're gonna see Snake Eyes with the rescue package a lot. Volcanics. You can play these again. The new support is awesome. Time Lords. Therion. Pendulum. You can play pens. Generic, decent pen decks are probably somewhere like in the middle of the playable tier. Honestly, I'd rather play pens than any of those. And a lot of pen decks. Actually, Volcanic could probably body a lot of them right now just because it doesn't really care too much about what you do. It's just going to burn. Especially if Volcanics go first. Shaddoll. Shaddoll Chimera is actually very fun, but Shaddoll is still in the toilet right now. Same with Red Eyes. Already covered PK. Pure Predaplant. Already covered Salad. Is this Charmers? This is Gusto. I think this is Gusto. Yeah, don't play Gusto. Already covered it. Already covered it. Scareclaw. Claw's actually okay right now. Scraps. Through Draco. Also in the unplayable. Or please no, rather. Pure Stardust. S-Force. Samorg. Six Sams. You don't have Brongo Bongo anymore, so Ripperoni. Skelemons. See, where would Skull Servants go with that? I mean, they got grass. They could at least do grass things. Although I feel like if any of those other decks went first, they'd body them. But Skull Servants can body Ice Barriers. Let's get it. Let's see, what's next? Speedroid. Playable. Spellbooks. This deck's bad. And it got even worse when Runic died. Pure Spring Ends. No one plays that. Spiral. The deck, it exists. Constellar. Subterror. I wish Subterror were better. Guru is a thing, but damn. Super Quantum. I'd put it right there with their Towers deck. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. into Scythe. Not 6 a.m. Sorry. Super Heavy Samurai and Super Heavy Samurai Scythe Block. Super Heavy Samurai is still a great deck in my opinion. Sword Sultan Yi. I've seen this a lot lately. It's okay. Tier. We're gonna put tier there. The weather. Thunder Dragons. You could play him at this point. It's playable. I'm actually going to put you up next to generators. Oh, we forgot about Live Twin. Live Twin Sprite's still a thing. Even though the deck is basically dead. But it's still, like, playable. And you'll still see it occasionally. Tunes. Ooh, trains. You play trains. Oh, there I am again with my hair. That looks so beautiful. I keep clicking the back button on my new mouse by mistake. Traptrix. It's okay. We already covered the relevant variants for Tri Brigade, so we're not going to cover Try again. Trickstar. I'd rather run Servants, honestly. UAs. Unchained. Moving on up. Unchained's great. Rescue Roids. Yo, give me aliens or rescue Roids. Already covered zombies. My boy Vanquished. I actually rather play hero in this format. Or Sword Soul, then Vanquish. Wow, I didn't think I would say that. Um, VW, Virtual World. VWXYZ, even more now. Oh, give me Arcana Force before that. Actually, no, because I can play the Ojama engine. Okay, yeah. Give me Rescue Words before that, though. Vylon? We played Vylon in ranked before. Oh, boy. Let me tell you something. Give me anything over Vylon. Bots? Wind up? They can do like a partial hand loop now, can't they? We already covered Visa and like Scareclaw variants. Wind Witch. Put them there. Witchcrafter. Put them there. Pure World Chalice. Put it there. YuGiOh, we have not gotten the support yet, at least as I recorded this video. It might have changed by the time I put it out. Uh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I'd rather run Violence. Uh, Yang Zing, Ding Doodles. In front of H Gear, behind Drytron. Zeus Turbo's no longer a thing. Don't need to rank that one. Already covered that, already covered that, already covered that. Yosenju. I actually kind of want to build Yosenju Kaiju and play it right now. Zephyra. And Zootry. Zootry will go. Where do we put our other two? Right, Lunalite Try, Zootry. Zootry's probably stronger than both of them, in my opinion. And let's actually put Ice Jade down there. Alright, let's see if we need to make any changes. Yep, no, looks good to me. All right. Let me know if you agree or disagree down below. Sorry this one was so long, but I wanted to put a lot of thought into this list. And I've been playing a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately, so hopefully there'll be more of that content on the channel. Uh, Leave a comment or a like down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.